Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back on No Man's Land today on FS22 again. This episode we're going to get this other field of sorghum here harvested. We also got to spread lime on a couple fields. I believe this one right here. That one's already got it, and I think maybe the two over by the main farm. We'll have to double check. And then we're going to plant some wheat and some barley. I think we're going to plant in these two fields. Haven't completely decided on where we're going to plant that yet, but we'll get that figured out. And then after that, we are going to buy some new equipment. We're going to buy a new piece of land. And then we're going to go from there. So let's get started here. Okay, now let's get started. So the first thing we'll do, we'll get a worker going here. We're going to jump back over to the main farm and jump in our other tractor, this guy, and we are going to run down to the store. We're going to pick up a new grain trailer. We're finally going to get an actual grain trailer instead of using the one we've been using, which I guess is technically a grain trailer, but it doesn't really look like one. So we're going to get a new trailer. We're going to keep the other one because the other one is only worth like $1,000, so it's not even worth selling. While we're down here, I'll show you guys the new additions to our town area. A couple houses got put in, so we'll check those out real quick. And then we'll swing by the farm shop, grab this new trailer, and then head on back. And the combine will probably be more than waiting on us by then. To take the cones down, so we'll have to do a little off-road in here over the sidewalk. I guess they haven't had people move in back here yet. But they, construction guys, they dug out this mountain here a little bit to put in this new road. And then they got 3 houses built up. They need to cut down right in the middle of the sidewalk. But those are the 3 new houses that got put in. The area is slowly starting to build up. Hey, how's it going? Let's head on up to the farm shop. Let's get this new trailer. I've already got one picked out that I want to buy. It's gonna hold a little bit more grain than the one that we've been using. What's this guy? Okay, let's buy that. $31,000. Get all the hydraulic lines hooked up. This is our new trailer here. Nothing super fancy, but it would be nice to have a trailer that holds a little bit more grain. This way, hopefully, we won't have to make as many trips. And we'll hopefully we'll work on filling the sorghum contract we have at the mill over there. We still got like 78,000 liters that we need to deliver to them. I don't think we're going to be able to use them the whole 100,000 liters, but we'll give them as much as we can. Our May subscriber goal. We hit 300 over the weekend, so thanks everyone for that. Now we're on bonus subscribers for the month, so we'll see if we can get to the bonus of 50. We've already got an extra 10, so we're off to a good start. And we've still got about half the month to go. I think we got a good chance. Jump into the combine here. And what we'll do is we'll get this guy unloaded. We'll get another worker hired so it can continue. And then we're going to jump back in the tractor and we're going to drive back over to the main farm and we're going to hook up to the planter. We can start getting some crops planted. Well, first we're gonna check the fields, make sure that they're all topped up on lime, so we don't have to worry about that. Like I said, I believe both these fields here are. I know for a fact the one down there is because it's already got lime on it. How do you use the bale wrapper? I feel like you just hook it up to a tractor and go. There's a couple bale wrappers that are or like all-in-ones where it bales and wraps at the same time. Those are probably the best ones I think to use. But there are some that are like they just bale and then you have to buy a separate wrapper. Hell yeah, it's always combine time. Well, not always, but we got some combine to do this episode and again next week. Okay, we drive back, let's double check the fields here real quick. Like I said, I think we're mostly good. Oh no, we do need to spread pH on some lime on this one first, and that one. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll go hook up to the spreader. We'll get some lime in there, and we'll get going with that. Actually, we'll plant that other field first. That way I can use a worker for that while we drive the combine. Well, that's kind of strange. I'm not sure what would be going on then. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna drive this guy out to that far field out by the lumber yard, and we're gonna have him plant out there first. We'll get some wheat going, and then once we get the field combined, then we'll come back with the other tractor and get some lime spread around. We're gonna just do 1 or 2 rows here at the edge, just so we know that our tractor has enough room to turn around once we hire a worker, so he's not driving into trees or anything dumb. Oh, that's possible. I think some of the wrappers do only wrap certain size bales. I don't know exactly what certain sizes those are off the top of my head, but that might be what the problem is. And we'll be streaming for about an hour and a half. We've already been going about 15 minutes, so like another hour and 15 minutes or so. There was a tree talking smack. Which tree? I mean, there's a lot of trees. What are you trying to bale? Has it already turned to hay? If it's already turned to hay where the grass is already dry, it's not gonna wrap it. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, let's see if we can hire a worker now. Hopefully we don't have any problems. We shall see here in a little bit when we come back and check. We still got some logs there to get loaded up, as you guys can see. We might get to working on that later this episode. We'll see how things go. We also probably don't really need to sell any logs right now. We've done a pretty good job of selling a bunch of those the last episode or two. When I'm baling grass, I basically just mow the grass, and then as soon as I'm done mowing, I get it raked up into rows, and then I bale it as soon as possible. On FS22, it doesn't turn to hay quite as fast as in 19, so it's not quite as big of an issue. But I know in 19, if you're not quick enough getting the grass baled up, it will turn to hay, and then once it does that, then you're not going to be able to wrap it for silage. Do it this episode or next episode, but I think before next year's harvest, I think we're going to try and upgrade our combine to something a little bit bigger now that we're starting to get some decent sized fields put in here. It's probably a good time to get a new combine. I mean, this one works good and all, but just a little on the small side. Especially as we buy more land and continue to put in some big fields. Because I do plan to buy some more land later this episode. I believe we're going to buy area 33 right here. It comes with a little grapevines, or grape vineyard, I guess would be the way to say it. So we'll be able to start harvesting some grapes on this map, I guess. We'll probably put some more in because there's not a whole lot there, and from experience on another map, I now know that you need to have quite a few vines to make it worthwhile. based on the poll results, it looks like you guys want to see some more animals too. Might have to look into that. See if we can add something. Don't know what I'd want to add though. Maybe some cows. Maybe I could put in a second sheep pen. I guess that's an option also. I don't know. We'll see. We are just about full here. That will do it. Get some cows. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Because then they'll start producing some manure and some slurry for us. That way we can use that to fertilize our fields. Which is definitely something we need to start doing. With that, we already are fertilizing them. But to get the maximum fertilizer score with precision farming, you need to use manure and slurry now, so it'd probably be a pretty good idea to get some cows or pigs, either one of them. But I just got pigs on the other map that we're doing, so I think we'll go with some cows. So we might have to wait another episode or two to do that, because once we buy some land, I don't know that we're going to have enough money left to put in a pen. At least not one that I would want to put in. But we'll see. Okay, so we'll let the helper run this for a little bit. We'll check back once he gets full. How our trailer's doing here. Which is not going to tell me, sometimes it does. Okay. Anyway. What we'll do for now is we'll drive over here and we'll hook this guy up to that grain trailer. Drop this weight, we don't need that right now. We might be pretty full here. We're about 80%. I think we'll let him sit there for now. Why is that happening? That's interesting. I don't know why he's putting stripes in the field like that. That's interesting. Not sure what's going on there. Yep, I have no idea why it's doing that. It looks neat, but no idea why it's happening. Yeah, everything's planting fine. Yeah, definitely don't know what's the deal there. We got good pH. The nitrogen's getting put on. I don't understand why it's not showing the yield though. It should have been showing it this time because this field we planted with precision farming. Not sure why that's not working. Not sure what that's about. But our scores are starting to go up. We're up to a 60 overall, and we got a 62 score on this field. Yeah, I don't really understand why it's not showing our yield. It should be coloring the map down here, but it's not doing that. I don't know if maybe it's just, maybe this combine's not capable of doing that? It is, that's new. I didn't know that was even a thing. But I don't know what else would be causing that. Filled up, so let's go empty this. This should fill up that trailer, or at least really close. So I think it's going to be full. We'll get this emptied, and then we'll go deliver this trailer load of grain. Oh, I guess we are full. That was quicker than anticipated. I'm guessing it hit the weight limit for this trailer. Yep, certainly did. Okay, well, I guess let's drive over to the grain mill and we'll get this delivered. Sucks that there's a weird amount of grain in here at 14,807, but we'll make it work. It ended up holding not a lot more than the other trailer holds, which that's a little disappointing. Okay, so based on the contract we got with the grain mill, this wagon load's going to get us $6,263. And it's going to get us up to, we'll be at 39,000 liters delivered out of the 100,000. So we're getting there. Like I said, we're probably not going to make it all the way to 100,000 this year. They kind of put that number on us kind of late, and we already had all our crops planted, so we'll try to get closer to that next year. But with us putting in some more fields, after we buy some more land, we should be able to get that. And if you guys missed it earlier, the construction company got 3 houses built over there. Ooh, where are we going, tractor? jump on the scales here. That way they can weigh us. We're at 24,078 pounds. Not sure which direction this trailer is about to tip, but we'll find out. I guess we're tipping to the back. Oh yeah, people are starting to move in now. I mean, they got to have some workers for the grain mill and the feed store over there. So true, we do need to buy the land before the town buys it all. We'll jump back on the scale here, and then we'll run over to the office and get paid. So should already. Oh man, down to 11,000 pounds. So like I said, we're going to get paid $6,263 for that. There we go. Thanks for the money. Okay, let's head on back to the farm. Oh, it looks like our other tractor is done planting. We'll go check on him once we get back and get the combine going again. I think what we might do, now that I think about it, I think we're going to buy a bigger spreader so we don't have to use that tiny one that we've been using that only holds 1,000 liters at a time. I think we'll spend some money and buy a bigger one if they're not too expensive. I forget exactly how much they are. We'll check on that here in a second though. Because we do need, I think we need like 80,000 for the piece of land I want to buy. So we got about 30,000 we can spend on a piece of equipment. Plus we'll probably get at least another trailer or two of sorghum off this field, so we'll make like another, probably close to 12,000 bucks I would think. Hell yeah, that's the way to multitask. Playing No Man's Land while you're watching No Man's Land. And this winter we'll get all these silage bales sold. Plus we've probably got one more round of mowing to do, plus when we buy this piece of land right here, we'll be able to mow all of that. So we're going to have quite a few silage bales to sell this winter. Okay, let's go get the combine set back up here. First we got to unload. Nice. What kind of good ideas you getting? Okay, so it looks like this field's all planted. Those are our seed rates. So most of the field was in a high seed rate area, and then this bottom corner down here is in a low area. And we got our nitrogen topped off. pH is good. So this field should be 100% ready to go. Once it starts growing, we'll probably have to do some weed control. But yep, our pH and nitrogen are both at a perfect level. Can't talk. Okay, so we're gonna go park this planter over by the other field. And then we'll jump into the shop menu real quick, see if we have enough money to buy a bigger spreader. Hopefully we do, but not 100% sure, so let's check it out. Okay, so this is the guy we have right now. We paid $15,000 for that. Oh man, that one's $45,000. That's more than I thought it was going to be. I guess we are not buying that, because if we buy that, we don't have enough money for land. That's a little inconvenient. We could buy this one, but this one only does fertilizer, and that doesn't help us any. Okay, I guess we're doing this the hard way. Okay, we'll drive over, grab the fertilizer / lime spreader, get some lime loaded up, and try and bring some big bags with us back over here. That way we don't have to make as many trips at least. Looks like we've already got something loaded in here. I don't remember what I left in here. Oh, look at that. We've already got lime in here. Perfect. We'll just back up to the rest of the bags. Let's pull around to the shop real quick, and we're going to buy the extension for this thing, because right now we only have the base model for the spreader, and there is an extension piece that allows us to hold a little bit more product. $1,500, but we'll go with that. Probably need to reconnect this, yep. Okay. Now we can top this guy off. And then we're gonna see if we can't throw some extra bags inside the spreader. That might stay. Yeah, that might work. We'll see. What do I use to put the grass in a line? I'm not sure I know what you mean. I'm gonna stay back. Come back for that. At least it's not as far away. Before bailing? Oh. So I've got a windrower, and this is the one that I've got right now. It's 8.4 meters wide. It's pretty nice. Let's see here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's get some lime spread down here. Overall, this field shouldn't need a whole lot of lime. We did spread some of it on last year, so it shouldn't be too terrible. Oh man, that's crazy. The poll I put up is everything is tied 33% right now. Okay, drive back to the bag that fell out back here. These bags were not as full as I was hoping. Plus, if we need to go empty the combine here also. Why did you stop? Okay, so the combine's back in business, so we will jump back over and spread some more lime. like we're just close enough. Even though it doesn't show us it's close enough, it's getting completely covered. And we are out of lime again. Making some decent progress here. Oh, well, that bag was useless. Okay, I guess we're driving back over to the main area. Eventually we'll be able to buy a bigger lime spreader, and that will speed up this whole process. But at least with the extension on this thing, at least it holds a little bit more. Okay, just to make sure that it doesn't load up the wrong thing, we're just gonna pick this up ourselves. Try not to get stung by the bees. More than enough. Those don't really sit in there very well, but oh man, we got all the viewers tonight. Up to 26 bad guys. That's how you unload. Our combine driver's almost full again. So we can try and get this done before the combine gets full. That way we can get this guy switched back over to the planter. And then we can do some combining ourselves finally. Even if the combine gets full, we're gonna finish this field first. That way it's done, and then we'll get some planting going. We're gonna put barley in this field. That way we got plenty of feed for our chickens. And we definitely had plenty of lime this time. Okay, we're just about done. We got one last spot we need to touch up in the front corner here real quick. And then we'll disconnect from this and we'll hook back up to the planter. And since we're here, I think this one bag's only got a little bit left. There we go. This should be out of the way. Okay. Let's get hooked back up over here. Get all our hydraulics hooked up. Get this guy spread back down, switch over to barley. And hopefully we've got enough seed and fertilizer. We're gonna take a chance and say we're gonna have enough, but more than likely we're gonna be a little bit short, I think, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so there he goes. We'll see how this field looks as he's planting, because for those of you that saw the first field, he put a bunch of like stripes in it. I don't know what the deal was with that. In one direction, it put down one ground texture, and in the other direction, it put a different texture. So, not really sure what the deal was with that. That was odd. I had never seen that before. Guess we'll do some unloading on the go here, if the combine wants to. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Looks like we're waiting. Probably drive with him up this field because we're just about full, because we can only hold 14,000 liters in this trailer. So actually I think it was like 14,800. Yeah, and we're about to be there anyway. Oh. Just about. Tag along here for the journey until we get full, which is not going to take very long. Yep, there we go. Max weight. Head on back to the grain mill. We'll get another $6,263. We'll wait for this other guy to get turned around here. Go. Now we're back on our way. So once we get this unloaded at the grain mill, we will be halfway toward finishing our contract. We'll be up to 53,000 liters and some change. Like I said, I don't see any way that we're going to get to the whole 100,000 for sorghum. It's just not going to be possible. That little bit of field left, that's all the sorghum we have. So that's certainly not going to get us there. It'll probably get us like another 10,000 liters or so. Plus, I think we still have some in our silos. I think we have a little, like 10,000 sorghum in there also. I'll have to double check on that here a little bit later. And hopefully the background music is playing better. I recreated the playlist for that, so hopefully there's no more gaps where there's no sound. Hopefully we've got all that fixed. For any of you that are new to the stream, this here is our little up-and-coming town area. They just put some houses in down there. You guys can see off in the distance. And then we got this guy right here. It's like a... wow, I just forgot what I call it. It's like a feed store. Garden center and feed store, that's the name. And then we got this here, right here is the grain mill. And we've got a contract to deliver 100,000 units of sorghum. Like I said, we're at about 50,000 right now. 24,000 pounds again. Hop on the outgoing scale. That way they have both our weights and they can give us our money. Run over into the office. $6,263. Thank you. Back to the farm. We should get back just in time for the combine to get full. Oh, never mind. Combine's already full. If you guys can see the little update there in the corner. Kind of hard to read. And Buy More Land has taken the lead back in our poll. It's up to 40% of the vote. Which at this point, I'm pretty sure buying more land is the next thing that we're going to do. Unless some crazy deal comes up in the equipment shop. Which is pretty unlikely. The on sale items only update, I think, every day. So we've already got today's updates. I probably should have bought the wagon that was in there for sale, but I went with this guy instead. But it'll work out. It's a pretty nice little trailer. It'd be nice to help a little bit more weight-wise, but it looks like at least he's planting this field better. Like I said, the other field that we planted, it basically planted with stripes in it. Not really sure why it did that. But it is what it is at this point. Yeah, we should probably get about another, probably close to 10,000 liters off this field yet, because we're about to get 5,000 dumped on us right now, and then I think the combine's been filling up about every up and down trip, and he's got at least 2 of those total yet. So we might get a whole other full trailer out of this yet. See how he's going here. Getting the nitrogen put down. And our seed rate. So most of this field is in the standard seed rate. We got a little bit down here that was in the low. But overall it looks like most of that's going to be standard. This top corner up here might be high. We'll have to wait and see there. All of our levels are where they need to be for the barley. So for barley, it only needs 140 kilograms per hectare of fertilizer, whereas the wheat field took 200. That's why there's different shades of green here. We go to the right screen. So this, well, that's not what I want. So this here field took like either 200 or 180 pounds per hectare, where this one's only taking, what did I say, 140? Yeah, 140. 200. Oh, the other color is 160. Okay, let's get this guy moved out of the way so we don't have to keep driving around that. And we'll go see how our sheep are doing. I think we've had some more baby sheep since last time. And we've got quite a few pallets of wool now. We need to get those sold here soon. But we're up to 36 sheep now. So we're really starting to roll in some sheep now. Once we get closer up to the 65 range, we'll have to start selling some. We'll probably sell 12 at a time, since that's how many we started with. Since we got some time here, let's run down to this other field and I'll show you guys what I've been talking about with the way this has been planting. Or the way that this one planted. Yeah, so I don't know why it did this, but as you guys can see, it planted basically every other row was a different texture. And all of it was in the same texture before planting. So I don't know why it did that. But yeah, that is that's what it did. So that guy's almost full, so let's get the tractor going. And we'll do a little unloading on the go. combine drive a little bit on his own there, and while we have a second, we're gonna buy this new piece of land. So we're gonna go with number 33 here. Right now it's gonna cost us $77,000. I would like to buy 25, and this one is cheaper, but actually maybe we'll buy 25. No, I don't know. Now, what do you guys think? Should I buy 25 for 58,000 or 33 for 77,000? And 33 comes with a little bit of a grape vineyard. Though either way, we'll probably, whichever one we don't buy not now, we're gonna buy in the spring once we get all those silage bales sold. Yeah, once we get all those bales sold over the winter, we'll buy whichever one we don't buy now. Okay, let's drive this last little bit of the harvest here by ourselves. Our field is just a little bit too wide. Probably could do is chop down a couple of those small trees there on the edge and make this field a little bit wider. I don't want to go too wide because then we're going to start going up the hill. That's not really ideal. So what we may do there on the hill, maybe that's where we'll put some more grapevines in. That might not be a terrible idea. I'll have to think about that. We're going to start doing grapes. We need to make sure we have enough to make it worthwhile. Because there's only one machine that harvests grapes right now in the game. And even with mods, I haven't seen any other mods for harvesting grapes yet. And that machine's like $300,000, or you can lease it for $12,000. But to lease it for $12,000, you need to have enough grapes to where you're at least getting your money back. On one of my other maps, I had 4 rows of grapevines, and that only got me like $1,600 bucks, so that was a big loss. So if we do grapes, we need to make sure we have enough vines where we're gonna at least break even. You can always put in a little production building and make some grape juice or wine, depending on what the factory is. I have to look. I haven't looked into that too much yet. I need someone to do the accounting. That'd be nice. But on this map, we're doing pretty good with finances. We're starting to expand finally. It definitely took a long time, but since we started with basically nothing on this map, we've come quite a ways. So hopefully this last little bit all fits in here. We shall see, and then we'll get auto drive to drive this guy back to the farm, or the home farm area. I think it's all gonna fit, but barely. Or we're gonna have just a little bit left. Nope, it's all gonna fit. Yep, we had just enough space. Okay, so we'll drive this guy back up to the road, then we'll put it on over to auto drive, and then we'll run back over to the tractor and we'll go deliver that. Go grab the tractor. Take a look here real quick and see exactly how much we have in storage. Okay, so we have another 14,516. Basically the same thing that's in the trailer right now. So we'll go deliver this load, and then we'll come back. We'll get that last little bit out of our silo. We'll go drop that. And then that'll be all the sorghum they're getting from us this year. And our two vehicles drove into each other up ahead. Perfect. Tractors moved out of the way, or this tractor moved out of the way, I should say. Oh, we had enough seed in there to finish it. I'm surprised. I really didn't think that he was going to make it. Drive him back over to the main farm also. Park this over here, that way we know the combine doesn't hit it. And we'll drive back out to that field because we need to pick up our fertilizer spreader. That way we can spread some more lime on this field up here. should have enough time to drive this up to the field, and then we'll switch on over to the other tractor. He should be just about to the grain mill by now, or at least getting close. And he's already up at the farm shop. Okay. So we drove a little bit further than we need to. We don't have auto drive set up for the grain mill yet. I should probably work on that. Guess we'll dump that off the side. Let's see how much money we're going to make off this load. Enter it onto my spreadsheet I've got on my other computer. 14,531. We're going to make $6,147. And this will give us, we'll have delivered 68,000 liters of sorghum to the grain mill. We got awfully close to making it to the 100,000. Much closer than I thought we were going to get. Plus we've got one more load to do. Stop here, let them get our weight. Okay, we'll let them get our off-going weight. And we will run over to the office, get paid one more time. 61.47. Thank you guys. We'll jump in here, drive back to the main road, and then get the auto drive going so we can jump back and get some lime sprayed real quick, because we are about at the end of this episode. It looks like this pass would have had us finished had we not run out of lime. Guess we'll refill one more time. On real farms, does some plants grow outside of the field by accident? Yeah, probably. I mean, they probably do a pretty good job of planning where they want to plant, if that makes sense. So they probably don't worry about that too much, because they know where the edges of their fields are, basically. But even if they got outside that, like, off out of this limit here a little bit, they would just harvest it anyway, because the combine's gonna decipher what's what, basically. Like, it's still gonna pull the grain when they go to harvest. For now, let's just get this guy moved out of the way. And then we'll get this guy loaded up for one more load of sorghum here. Okay, so we got quite a bit of grain in here anyway. So we got 32,000 liters of wheat, 5,000 of barley, and 5,000 oat. So we got plenty of grain in there for our chickens, so we don't have to worry about them. Okay, so our last load of sorghum here is going to get us $6,137. Actually, $38. And then, like I said, this is the last load we're going to be able to deliver for them for this year for the contract. So hopefully they're not too upset. But we got close with this load. We'll be up to just about 83,000 liters total. We actually got pretty close. Hey there, I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing? Okay, one more trip across the scale here. Get this dumped, and then we'll get on the outgoing scale, and then we'll get paid. Okay, run up to the office. 6138. Not bad. Okay, and now we got one last thing to do for this episode, and that is to buy a piece of land. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is, I think we're going to go with 33 And then once we get all those silage bales sold later this winter, then we'll buy field 25 closer to the spring, probably the first episode of next year. So like 2 or 3 episodes from now, we'll buy that. Or maybe sooner if we get the money quicker. But for now, we're going to buy 33 for $77,000. And we'll jump on the motorcycle real quick, and then we'll go check that out. Ooh, Sexy Chat wants us. That's fancy. We'll have to block them. Yeah, you guys are gone. Sorry, Sexy Chat. This is the wrong place for you. Okay, let's go check out our new piece of land real quick. Okay, so we bought 33, which basically the border for that is right about here. Basically this whole area right here is ours, including this new little shed. So we get a shed out of it, or what's left of a barn, I guess. Definitely seen better days. And then we got a couple grapevines. We'll have to see. Hopefully we can still use these. I don't know, it's not giving me any field info, so we'll have to look into this a little bit more. But either way, they need to be trimmed, so we'll look into doing that next episode. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up saying you like the video so other people can find it. And we will see you guys next week or on Wednesday when we're back on the dairy farm. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.